Welcome to my channel. Here I tell true stories, stories from life. Enjoy listening. The living room felt stifling as Jacob settled into the worn-out couch. His eyes bore into mine, a heaviness in the air foreshadowing the news about to be delivered. "Harper, we need to talk," he said, his voice grave. I took a deep breath, trying to shake off the unease that settled in my stomach. "All right, what's going on?" I asked, my tone more casual than the situation warranted. Jacob hesitated, his gaze drifting to the floor before he finally uttered the words that would change everything. "Harper, we're separating. I've decided to file for divorce." Time seemed to stand still. Separation, divorce. The words hung in the air, and I could feel their weight pressing down on me. Surprisingly, my reaction was nothing but indifference. I nodded as if agreeing to mundane plans for the weekend. "Divorce? Fine," I replied nonchalantly, even surprising myself with the lack of emotion in my voice. "I guess that's what you want." Jacob shifted uncomfortably, clearly not expecting my subdued response. "There's something else, Harper," he added, choosing his words carefully. "I won't be coming to get my things alone. Grace will be with me." My eyes shot up to meet his. "Grace? Who the hell is Grace?" I demanded, the indifference replaced with a sudden surge of curiosity and irritation. "She's someone I've been seeing," Jacob admitted, avoiding my gaze. "She's important to me." "Great, just great," I muttered, bitterness creeping into my words. "So what? She's here to help you pack up your things?" Jacob nodded, and a heavy silence filled the room. The casualness with which he dropped the bombshell and the revelation about Grace left me more confused than ever. As if the world had tilted off its axis, I found myself questioning the reality of the life we had built together. Days passed like a blur after Jacob's announcement. The air in the house felt charged as I braced myself for the inevitable arrival of Jacob and his newfound confidant, Grace. The day arrived, and I opened the door to their unexpected presence, my irritation simmering beneath the surface. "Who's this?" I demanded, my gaze shifting from Jacob to the enigmatic Grace standing beside him. Jacob hesitated, searching for the right words. "This is Grace. She'll be helping me gather my things," he finally explained, avoiding my eyes. "Helping you? What's the big deal? Can't you handle packing up your own belongings?" I shot back, my frustration evident in my tone. Grace, standing at a distance, spoke up with a calm assurance. "I understand this is difficult, Harper, but I'll be a part of Jacob's life even after the divorce. It's only fair that I help him with this transition." I scoffed, struggling to contain my displeasure. "Fair? You think it's fair to insert yourself into the mess of someone else's broken marriage?" She met my gaze unwaveringly, her response measured. "It's a choice we've made together." I glared at her, trying to comprehend the audacity. The tension in the air thickened, making it clear that this unwanted visitor was here to stay, entwined in the wreckage of our shattered life. Dialogue ensued, terse and strained, as Jacob and Grace maneuvered through the house, collecting remnants of a life that had once been shared. Each exchanged glance and muttered word added another layer to the complex web of emotions. As they left, carrying pieces of Jacob's past, the echoes of my protests lingered in the air. I stood alone in the doorway, grappling with the reality of the stranger who had barged into my home, uninvited and unwelcome. The days following Grace's unwelcome intrusion left me grappling with a turbulent mix of emotions. As the weight of her unexpected news settled in, a relentless storm of doubt and uncertainty churned within me. I hadn't anticipated the depth of the rabbit hole that had opened up. One evening, Grace appeared on my doorstep, a document in hand, her expression resolute. "Harper, I understand this is a lot to take in. I wanted to offer you proof," she said, extending the document towards me. I eyed the paper suspiciously, my skepticism clear. "What's this? Some kind of twisted confirmation of your story?" I questioned, reluctance evident in my voice. Grace remained composed, her response measured. "It's a confirmation of my pregnancy. I thought it might help you understand." I hesitated, glancing from Grace to the document. The idea that a piece of paper could validate such a life-altering revelation seemed absurd. "I don't need this," I retorted, pushing the document away. "If you're really expecting a child, that's your business. I don't need proof." As Grace left, frustration lingered in the air. The notion that a pregnancy needed validation gnawed at me, but my pride refused to accept such a document as necessary. A few days later, as the atmosphere at home grew more strained, Jacob intervened. "Harper, we need to talk," he declared, his voice a hesitant melody of regret. I shot him a look, the silence between us laden with unspoken accusations. "Talk? What more is there to say?" I replied, my tone cold. "Grace is telling the truth, Harper. She's expecting my child," Jacob confessed, his eyes avoiding mine. My heart sank, disbelief and betrayal warring within me. "And you believe her just like that?" I scoffed, my anger surfacing. "I've seen the evidence, Harper. It's real," he asserted, a trace of defensiveness in his voice. An uneasy silence settled, broken only by the echo of Grace's revelation. Doubts and resentment welled up, and I found myself questioning the authenticity of their claims. The shattered pieces of our once intertwined lives seemed irreparable, and the truth, no matter how painful, loomed on the horizon.